guys, it's Ashley. So I thought I would chat with you guys today about the offer process. Your agent finds your dream home and says to you, do you want to make an offer? And you think, what's that? Well, here it is. The offer, simply put, is the offer to purchase a home. It contains a lot of things, but the item that most people are going to care about at first is the purchase price. So your agent says this house is listed for $600,000, let's just say. How much do you want to offer? Maybe you're a first-time home buyer. Maybe you don't know that this can be a negotiation. And you say, well, I don't know, $550,000, $700,000, $690,000. You start throwing out numbers, not really knowing what you're doing. And that's when your agent can say, okay, calm down. Let's look at the numbers. Because at the end of the day, a real estate agent can't tell you how much to offer for your home. It can be frustrating. Trust me, I've been on your side of things, and I tried to get my real estate agent to tell me how much should I offer, and every time she would say, yeah, I can't, but let's look at comps. So you're thinking, I already don't really know what's in this offer, and now you're throwing at me comps? What's a comp? A comp is a comparative market analysis. Simply put, it's trying to find a house that is as close to the one that you would like to put in an offer for. You can see how much that house sold for, and it gives you a ballpark idea of how much you can or should offer for this home. So the agent's going to go to a nearby neighborhood, try to find as close to the same condition of your dream home, as similar bedrooms and bathrooms as they can find. And then they'll tell you, this is how much the house was originally listed for, this is how long it was on the market, and this is how much it sold for. So it gives you an idea. But that's not all the agent can do for you. The agent can hopefully find out how many offers, if any, there are on the table. Now, in the spring and summer months of 2022, we were looking at multiple offers, so 10, 15, 20. I even heard more than that. That's crazy. People were having to bid and overbid for properties. And many times those that found the home that they really liked, they just couldn't afford it. Thankfully now things have calmed down a bit. But you want to know if there are other offers on the table. Because maybe you were thinking about offering list price, so $600,000. And then your agent says to you, I just found out there are 2 other offers. What does that mean? Well, it means that if you can afford it, maybe you should offer more. You go back to your lender and you say, hey, this is what I'm thinking. This is the house I want. This is what I'd like to offer for it. And you see what they say. Because hopefully you have surrounded yourself with a team of people who are working with you and for you. Ultimately, you don't want a real estate agent that's going to push you into the first home you find. That doesn't do well for anyone. You want to find someone who's going to work for you and work with you until you are 1,000% content, or as close as possible, to the home that you have. But let's go back to the offer part, okay? So the offer contains all of your information. It contains that list price. And then it has this wording called earnest money. Again, what's that? Well, it's basically a deposit. Around here in Massachusetts, most people will put down a $1,000 check. It's letting people know you're serious, and this is the money that you're putting down upon this offer to let them know, yeah, I want this house. Now, there are a few other things too. You're going to have your purchase and sale. We'll get into that in another video. You're going to have your closing date, or at least your preferred. Are you doing inspections? Does that mean, are you paying for someone to come in and find out if there are any defects or issues with the home? And one of the best parts about the offers is that you get to determine when their offer expires. You don't have to sit on pins and needles for 2 weeks wondering, I really hope they like me. You can say, I would like to have an answer by 5 o'clock tomorrow night. You don't want to push the listing agent too much. You don't want to go crazy and say, I want a response in 30 minutes. But it's good for everyone to know that at least by this time tomorrow, I'll know. So, in this offer, you find an agent that can represent you to the best of their ability. The offer is really you on paper. It is representing who you are, how much you want this house, how quickly you would like to move in, and what you need to know before you get those keys. So what do you think? What would you like to learn from me? Leave some comments below and let's chat.